about the challenge of staying ready so you don't have to get ready, as a backup?
Yeah, obviously, you always one play away, especially as a quarterback. You never know when that opportunity will present itself. And back in 2011, when I got drafted, I tried to challenge myself to have the same mindset. That was the first time that I had to sit. I started as a freshman in high school, started early in college. But I challenged myself each and every day to prepare like a starter because you never know when an opportunity will present itself, like I said. And the main thing is you don't want to obviously let your team down, but you want to prove to yourself that you're capable of doing what you know you can do. And that's been the mentality since day one of my time in the NFL.
How have you balanced, especially over the last few years, like you obviously want to play, but you also, and everybody says you're a really good teammate and, backup and all that stuff. Like how much do you embrace that role while also like staying ready?
I embrace it. God has a plan for everyone. Obviously, you want to be out there playing, but there's other ways that you can affect the team in a positive way. And as I sit and wait my time for the opportunity to present itself, I can't be a bad teammate. I can't sulk in or what if or what should happen. The reality of it is that I have to be in the moment, and I've learned to be more vocal over the years. I think as a quarterback, eyes are always on you. So how you are when you're up, when you're down, when things aren't going your way, is a reflection of your character. So I've never been one to, question why my time isn't right then or right now. It's more so just prepare myself for whenever it does happen that I make the most of it.
Tyrod, you have a new offensive coordinator, and you missed the preseason as you were recovering from the knee surgery. How have you managed to still be prepared for this situation, given the fact you haven't had as many reps as you would have in years past?
Yeah, obviously a lot of mental reps. I know you guys didn't see me on the field, but I missed one day away from the facility after my surgery. Other than that, I was here every day. I sat in every meetings or every meeting. Wasn't being able to be out on the field for practice or walkthrough, but I was in every meeting. Obviously talking with Justin, Brady, Adrian at the time, but also communicating with Coach London, Tanner, AG, still talking through situations just as if I was on the field, because I knew when the time did come, whether it was to support Justin as the number 2 role or to be out there leading the guys, that I had to be ready. And with me missing training camp, I took those reps and that mental preparation serious because I couldn't do anything physically.
What's the key for you guys establishing an early rhythm against a very aggressive defense?
Being balanced. Obviously, our first game on the road, great communication up front, ball out from a quarterback perspective, let guys catch and run. And just staying composed and poised under the pressure. We know they're an aggressive defense, but we have to continue to be balanced in our attack and continue to establish our DNA.
Todd Bowles has been known as a blitzing type of defensive coach. Do you expect him to do even more because you're coming in and you haven't played a lot?
I wouldn't say any more. I think that's just their makeup. I think you have to go into that game expecting pressure because that's just the DNA of their team. We have to, and we've already started to put a plan together for that. And it's up to us to go out and execute it on Sunday.
With the team being 0-2, the fan base is starting to get a little antsy, and now you coming into that situation against a really good opponent, what kind of pressure do you feel?
No other pressure than any other game. I'm as confident as ever in the guys within this locker room. We know we're facing a very good team, but I have all the belief and faith in the guys in this locker room that we can get the job done.
Does your mentality change? I mean, I know you always prepare to start, but since you've been here, you've only come in towards the end of games. Does anything change when you know you're starting the next?
No, and I think that's the challenge when you're not playing or when you're not penciled in as the starter, is to still attack the week with the same intensity as if you're going to start. I would say the last thing that you want to do, and I tell a lot of the young quarterbacks that I train in the summer in my quarterback academy, that whether you're the 1 or the 2, you should prepare the same way. The last thing that you want to happen is you get called up to a position that you're not ready for mentally. I don't think there's any change.
Where's your academy? Is that back home in
Back home,
Virginia?
yeah, Hampton, Virginia.
What is it like being in so many different offenses as a quarterback, and you try to process sometimes, wait, that was in Buffalo, that was in Cleveland,
Yeah.
that was with the Chargers. Like, what's the mental challenge like being in so many different systems?
I wouldn't say there's any challenges at this point. Obviously, when you get a new offense, it's just forgetting old verbiage. A lot of the concepts have some carryover to it. Obviously, some coaches, some offensive coordinators are unique in their own way, but there's a lot of similar concepts with a few different wrinkles. So it's just about learning new terminology and forgetting old ones. But in the same breath, it's also having familiarity with a concept and only having to just forget a word. It kind of gives me, I think, an advantage as far as learning the offense in the spring. So I don't look at it as a challenge.
You were in Cleveland when Baker first started. What's it like seeing him now having the success he's having in Tampa?
Happy for Baker. He's a competitor. Haven't caught up with him much since we parted ways in Cleveland, but always watch it from afar. Proud of the way he's been able to handle himself and the way he's carrying the Tampa Bay team and just his success over the years.
How much of an advantage is it for you knowing from the get that you're going to be starting this week, that there's no uncertainty, that you have the full week of reps with the ones?
Obviously, that helps when it comes to just getting on the same page with the guys, speaking the same verbiage, and having them have an idea of what I'm thinking on certain plays. But that's the reality this week. But I would say that even in other weeks, I still communicate with those guys a lot. Obviously, I'm seen as one of the older guys on the team, so whether I'm QB1, QB2, or anything, like, guys always come and converse with me and try to bump ideas off. But this week is unique in itself. I get a chance to actually spend that time on task with those guys on the field and getting on the same page.
And speaking to some of your teammates, a lot of them talked about having confidence in you. Your head coach talked about he wouldn't want any other quarterback in this position. How does that make you feel? And how does that to you going out there with more confidence?
It means a lot. Obviously, I have all the confidence in myself, but to know that the guys in the locker room have the same belief, it's just about us going out there and executing. No one in this locker room lacks confidence. We all believe in one another, and I appreciate their support, but I'm the biggest supporter of them. So just looking forward to going out and competing on Sunday.